What's going on, YouTube Gardener? This is your boy Sydney from the Nakid Gardener channel. Now, Mrs. Nakid Gardener has done a wonderful job with the starting the seeds and everything, and we've also been doing a lot of prep work for the garden beds with the drip irrigation system and the seedlings and starting seeds and direct sowing. So in this video, we're going to show you a spring garden tour for May 2020, and we're going to start right now. Alright, like I said, Mrs. Nakid Gardener has done a wonderful job with everything in the Nakid Garden here, and we've been very busy with the refilling the beds, redoing the drip irrigation system, planting some seeds. We'll put the link in the description below, and maybe even we'll put a playlist above here. But in this first bed, regular bed that we have here, and we've got a lot of tomatoes right here. Mostly they're going to be the tomato, pork chop tomatoes, and then we got the King Tut purple peas right here. And so we've transplanted a lot of things into this bed after we refilled it. We got tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants and all that. And the key thing in this bed right now are the purple passion flowers. Now this is our third year having this, and this is actually, let's go over here, babe. This is our third year having this, and this is amazing, beautiful flower right here. Mrs. Nakid Gardener has been showing us on Instagram on how she's hand pollinating some of these.
Actually, I haven't shown on Instagram how I did that. Do you want to come grab this so I can show you what I do?
Okay, let's switch. All right, so babe, how were you hand pollinating these?
So I always grab one of these little tabs. This has come in handy that I'm ambidextrous, but
so are you just grab one of the petals?
Yeah, I grab one of the petals. It also lets me know, because each one of these flowers is only open for one day, and the one day that it's open, you can see that one of because there's 5 petals. And when one of them is missing, I know that it's something that I already pollinated. Bees are usually already swarming these. They were out here about an hour ago swarming all of these flowers. I'm just really trying to secure the fruit. If you come in, you can see this is where the fruit is, right here. And I'm trying to get that, I'm trying to pollinate it so that when it closes, this is going to close up like one of these. And I want that fruit to grow inside of there. And they're not good until they fall off on their own. So you have to really watch these.
And how long have you been doing this?
Well, this time of evening, anywhere between 6 and 7:30, I call it my witching hour, and I come out here and I do this. All of these flowers are only open for one day.
Or a few hours?
No, the flowers that are open are, when they open, it's usually anywhere from 12 to 3 p.m. and they're open for about 24 hours from that time.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to go into our compost bed. We pruned a lot. We're trying something new with these onions, trying to see if we clip a lot of these onions, if they will produce bigger bulbs or a bigger onion off of these. So we'll see how that goes. Mrs. Nakid Gardener got some peppers over here, and these are some African daisies, and these right here are the tomato orange hats. And these are some type of Asian bunch and onions, and these smell so amazing. And then we have a few volunteer potato plants right here.
They were actually in that bucket a week ago. That bucket right there. And I just decided to not be wasteful. And they were growing with the cover on. So I decided to go ahead and just, put them right there.
Okay. And so this is our inworm ground tomato worm bin. And we basically put a lot of our waste inside of here and allow the worms to digest it, eat it, and go out into the beds and poop. And so we need to refill some of that out there. We got some garlic and some onions. We got some ground cherries right here that we just transplanted. Well, this one was in there originally. Then we transplanted these. We got some red onions there, some eggplants right here. Look like we got some type of pest issues. We're gonna have to start doing a routine pesticide situation right here. And then you have what are these? The gourds, right?
Yeah.
These are the.
You told me, like, when you built or set this thing up, this trellis up over here, that I could have some sponges.
Yeah, so these are the sponge gourds over here. Loofahs, that's what they're called. Loofahs. And this is the echinacea. We cut it down at the fall, around the fall season, and now it's coming back up. So it's about to start taking off from there. And this is our hugelkultur bed. We have a lot of carrots, and we add additional loofahs right here. And then I even put some pole beans right here. They're a German type, and it's a purple blend. And it's called, I can't pronounce the name, but it's supposed to be a nice, deep, dark purple pole bean. So that's going to be growing up with the loofahs. We got another eggplant, some salvia, some different types of cherry tomatoes growing right here. Then we got our artichokes. And all of these, this side is going to be our sweet and mild peppers. And then we have our hot, spicy peppers over here. And last year we tried to do jalapenos and non-jalapenos, but
we didn't do any jalapenos.
Well, we did some, but they didn't take off well. And we started a lot earlier this year. And already, come and take a look at this.
I was salty last year.
So we already have some nice peppers. And normally around hot and spicy peppers, they take a long time to produce any type of peppers. So I'm very happy about these. These jalapenos should be over there. These
Where?
Right here. Should be over
there. They still have a little spice to them.
Yeah.
So they're like an in-between crop.
Yeah. All right, so now we have Mrs. Nakid Gardener improved Meyer lemon citrus tree, and at the beginning of the year, which was about February, March time frame, these had some amazing flower bloomings and bees, which is saturated with these trees right here. And as you can see, if you can come in a little close, babe, show them these fruits that we're about to have here. We got some there and a lot right here. What we might wind up doing is taking a few of these off so it doesn't get too heavy for this branch. And then we're going to go over to the worm tower bed. And we got some type of bee. I'm not sure if it's a mason bee or it's not a carpenter bee because it's
every evening it comes and hangs out.
Yeah, we used to have some dill right here dill or fennel right here that used to just basically saturate it. Hopefully I'm not allergic to bee stings, but I love these tomatoes here. And this is what kind of tomato, babe?
That right there I think is it's either a tom hat.
No, it's not a tom hat. I think it's the 1000
No, that right there behind is the 1000 hybrid.
Okay.
And we actually have some
Yeah,
tomatoes popping off in there. This right here is either an orange hat. I think it's a mini bell.
Okay.
This is a mini bell.
Okay. And then here we got different types of peppers. These are, where did you put the tag for this? That's look like that.
That's that Pattinson.
Oh yeah. And then here we got some more peppers. We got some eggplants right here.
That right there is shishito.
Shishito, those thrived very well last year for us.
Yeah, last year we had it in the location right next to your hip.
And then we got some garden beans here, and some garden beans right here. Some tomatillos right up in here. Some tom hats right there.
Sunflowers.
We got some sunflowers back there. A whole bunch of pineapple tomatoes going back through here.
Is that all pineapple?
Yeah, all of that is pineapple tomatoes.
Okay.
And then we got some basil growing right here. I think these are Thai basil. And these are Genevieve, the red Genevieve basil. Then these is, I'm surprised we didn't grow a lot more of these. These are the Purple Beauty peppers. Those were hitting very hard last year.
Those were in this location last year and they dominated.
And then, of course, we got the, we have different type of peas on this one. Come around this way. Right here. We got some regular sugar snap peas. Oh my God, I've been snacking on these since I've been home.
He's been pissing me off with that.
Better be pissed off than pissed on.
We'll find out.
What?
Oh.
Then we got some snow peas. And then we got some sugar daddies here. Some of these we're going to let grow to seed on here. So we can continue harvesting the seeds from off of these. And over here we got the King Tut purple peas. These are pretty good. Love these.
Would you stop? Like, I haven't even tasted it yet.
Look, let me tell you something.
Look.
If you like peas or sugar snap peas, grow in succession. Do about 3 weeks intermittent of succession of planting of these, because these are amazing. Actually, all of these peas. We'll do a video about that. We'll put the links down below, but these are good. Let's take a look at the container garden. All right. So if y'all seen the video before, we grown some sunchokes. Showed you how to grow sunchokes from seeds that you could take from the grocery store. Now these are in the same family of daisies, which is sunflowers also in the same family of daisies, and you can look how they look just like daisies. Now, these are tropical plants. This is the one I've grown myself, and over here is the one that Mrs. Nakid Gardener did a double cropping of planting of sunchokes and wasabi radishes.
Yeah, Japanese wasabi.
And did you even get to try one?
Yes. I haven't had you try the one I have left.
Yeah, I'm good on that too. So we'll go back.
You don't like that spicy stuff like me?
No. And so we got over here, we got some leeks, and this leek is about to form a skate right here. So it's about that time to start harvesting those, roughly about now to June to July time frame. Here is, what was this, ginger or turmeric?
That one is ginger, looking at the leaf.
Okay, this one is a ginger plant that we planted, and it's just now starting to grow. It looked like it got some slug or snail issues, so we're going to have to get some snail
But
bait.
we did a video on that.
Yeah, we did a video on this. We'll put the links down below to show you how we started to grow this from seed or from the
root
or rhizome here. And it's takes anywhere from about 10 months minimum, but you can harvest as you go with these. All right, so Mrs. Nakid Gardener, she took over this 2-tier flower bed, and we got a lot of flowers going in here. This is the Jaguar marigold. These look beautiful. She got a deadhead a few of some of these. But look at these. These are amazing. And then we have the key lime marigolds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get the key. Oh, it's not as strong as regular marigolds, which is good. And then we got some calendula here. We got some.
You see that snow princess calendula?
We got some cubanelli, some mixed peppers there. We got some chamomile back there. The reddish dianthus back there. Some asters that look like they're kind of dying off. We got some dahlias that Mrs. Nakid Gardener did from seeds right here. Some alyssums look like they're kind of dying off. We're going to have to get a drip system into here. Got some zinnias. This one's about to pop off pretty good. Mrs. Nakid Gardener got her this herb ladder. She got a lot of oregano and salvias up here, some oregano down here. She got an empty slot right here. Got some thyme, some chocolate mint.
I did direct sow some peppermint in that spot.
Which in this one?
Yeah, but I went to Atlanta right after direct sowing.
Okay, so if we would have had a drip system in here, and with our daughter water coming in, doing some watering, so that's going to be on my next trip, and putting an irrigation system here and over Tomato Alley. Speaking of Tomato Alley, let's go over to the let's go focus over there right now. All right, so we're in the Tomato Alley. We did a lot of transplanting this weekend, so they look kind of sickly, but we watered them in deeply so that way they'll be full back in health. So hopefully by next garden tour, we can show you how well they look from here. We got a variety and assortment of different type of tomatoes here. And these will probably wind up giving away. We got some green tomatoes, some Wagner blue greens, some Jersey Devils, some striped Romas. I'm keeping those striped Romas. And over here we got these tomato blue creams. Look kind of sickly. Hopefully we can get them back up. This is something new that Baker's Creek just started this year. They started growing last year, but they put them out to for sale this year. These are the walking, what are these? The walking stick kale. So they're supposed to get up to anywhere to about 15 feet tall. So that's going to be interesting around this area. Here we have the pork chop tomatoes. In this area right here, we got the Persian basil right here.
You just direct sowed those.
I direct sowed those just recently. We got all about right here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the pork chop tomatoes, and then we got some basil in between each one of those. And right here we got the cardinal basil. We got the Thai basil, and then right here is where the blue cream berry tomatoes get. Those might be considered a determinate tomatoes. Right here we have the Genovese. Right here we have the Genovese basil, and then from right here on over starts our pineapple tomatoes. And then we got some sweet basil tomato, sweet basil right up in this area. And then we have some Italian large leaf basils right here. And then I intermittently, in between those and the basils, I put some some zinnias, some peppermint zinnias, some candy cane zinnias. So those are the things that we're growing right now. Hopefully by the time we do our June tour, it's going to be time for us to do another tour. It is already hot in May for North Texas, been about low 90s. So we're going to have to start installing our shade cloth so that way kind of lower the temperature of our plants, so that way it doesn't get too stressed out, because anything above 95 The tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants, they'll just start dropping their flowers because it just gets too hot for them. They won't be able to bear any fruit. So if you're interested in learning more about that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss that upload. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the like button. Until the next video, let's grow together.